Hello there, welcome back to the channel. So here, and today's Thursday, March 9th, and we have Gearhart's War Factory on our archipelago, or at least I had it. I took her down in 4 attacks, guys. Today's War Factory is a doozy of a doozy. It's actually pretty hard. I took it down in 4 attacks, like I said, 2 GBEs, 1 Rifleman, Zookas Cryoneers and Medics, and then 1 final Zookas attack to go for the core. As always, I was not boosted. However, I have significant amount of GBE. I start with 109 GBE, and I'll show you once we go into the replay. I'll show you essentially the troop levels and the boost that my the natural boost that my statues give me without any sort of boost. So let's go to the attacks. Let me go first here. So in terms of the troop levels, max level Rifleman, max level Zookas, max level Cryoneers, max level Medics, plus 55 of damage, plus 49 of health, and plus 108 of GBE. Like I said, that gives me a total starting GBE of 109. Let's take a quick look at how the layout looks. So a pretty intimidating base layout. It doesn't matter which way you go. If you go right, if you go left, if you go center, you're gonna encounter level 3. You're gonna encounter level 3 lasers. You have hot pots on the right corner. You have more lasers, boom cannons, rocket launchers, shock launcher. You have a lot of stuff. I decided to go on the right side. I thought it was a better approach. That way I didn't have to worry about some of the defenses because I would naturally take them out as I approach. These guys right here. So my approach, my strategy was destroy these 2 shock launchers with GBE, destroy these 2 lasers with GBE. That would consume 2 of my attacks. Then land my troops and naturally migrate and destroy as much of the stuff that you have on this corner and destroy that rocket launcher, right? That was my goal for the terror attack. If I got anything else, it would just be bonus. And then once I clear that, just smoke my troops into here and go for the core. That's the overall strategy. Now these guys have a lot of health. If I'm not mistaken, these lasers have about 90,000 health. These guys have about 83,000 health points. So that's, it has a significant amount of health. So let's take a look. My first attack, like I said, it took 3 barrages. Those are 3 barrages right there. And then all my artillery shots. I think it took 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be the 7th. So there we go. And then I had an extra one that I decided to use it on these 2 lasers because I wanted to destroy those with GBE too. So then the last artillery shot is going to go there. There we go. Then, so I'm done with the first attack. At this point, I was not very confident. Not that confident. I knew my plan was sound. It was just a matter of if I could deliver, if I could perform what I needed to do at the right time. Now, the reason why I'm taking those lasers out is because once my riflemen getting to kill the rocket launcher, those lasers would have started firing. So here we go. So that one took a lot. It was 2 barrages. It was 2 barrages and 8 artillery shots, and it was still not enough to take it down. I still had to retreat. And then start my attack with 2 artillery shots to destroy those 2 lasers. So I'm going to accelerate here because there's nothing else to see. That was just GBE. Is the volume too high? No, the volume is perfect. All right, here we go for my first real attack with troops. Ended up losing everything, but let's take a look at how I did. Those lasers had about 10,000 HP points, so 2 artilleries would have been essentially guaranteed the kill of both of them. Once I got that out of the way, it was just a matter of landing my troops. Now, I made a small mistake. I was not fast enough in terms of my shocking. So that flamethrower just killed about 10, 12 of my riflemen right there, which is a shame because I could have used them really later on. But in any case, second shock to keep those hot pots or out of the way. In reality, I should have flared them to have my troops actually target them quickly. That way I wouldn't have wasted 2 shocks. But in any case, boom cannons are firing, the riflemen are absorbing the fire, and I'm just slowly progressing towards. Now, here's my second mistake. Or maybe not a second mistake. I start firing with GBE, and then I decide I'm going to take the laser out. And in reality, that's not the best use of your GBE, and the reason why is you still have to shock that laser down there, that laser beam 3. And if you shock that laser beam 3, you're going to shock that laser beam 2 also. So if you have extra GBE, either use it on the shock launcher or maybe dump it on the boom cannons. Or actually, a better thing to do is actually destroy those 2 machine guns. That way you don't have to worry about a 5th shock, like I had to do in case I didn't do a 5th shock. What I ended up doing was healing my troops, and they still managed to die really, really quickly. So you see, I managed to destroy the rocket launcher, and I made a small mistake here. I went in, smoked my troops in. I should have targeted the boom cannon or the doom cannon that was closest to my troops. I flared to the one that was farthest, and that brought him into the range of the laser, and Zookas died. So at this point, it's over. I knew I had to reload. I did not retreat because there's no point in it. Medics die. It's okay. So now now we have set the stage for the final attack, which was an all Zooka. Sorry that I sort of left there. It was an all Zooka attack, landed 104, ended up losing 25, so I ended up losing about a quarter of my troop power. The HQ had about 582,000 health points left, which meant that my Zookas needed to fire at the core 4 times, so 8 seconds in total. That made it a little bit hard because with 109 GBE, I had enough for 4 shocks, 3 flares, 6 smokes, and 1 medkit. And actually, if I ended up using less than 5, if I ended up using less than 6 smokes, then I would have had access to a critter pack. So now you see, I land right at the V. If you land right there at that V, all your troops are gonna land nicely in a little packet. They're not gonna land weirdly on this corner. They're all gonna land here. And I waited, if you saw, to send my flare. That way I had a natural grouping. That V is amazing for grouping. And now here, look at the range of the laser of the doom cannon. I'm gonna use that to my advantage. So that's 1 smoke, 2 smoke. Remember, if I manage to use 6 or less, I'm gonna have enough for a medkit and a critter pack. So that's 3 smokes. That's gonna be 4 smokes, and that's gonna be 5. That's really, really good. That means I'm gonna have enough for a medkit, enough for a critter pack. I target a core, and from here it's gonna be 4 shocks. It's gonna be shock the doom cannons. You don't want to use critters, because if you use critters, the doom cannons are gonna eat them really fast. They're gonna eat them quicker than the 8 seconds that you require, and you're gonna die. You definitely want to shock the lasers. You definitely want to shock the flamethrower and the shock launcher. And finally, that rocket launcher there has range on all your troops, so you need to shock it too. So you need to use 4 shocks, and you need to be precise, and you need to do it in quick action because you only have a second to spare. More than a second, you're not going to have, at least I wouldn't have had enough time to kill it. So here we go. We put it in slow motion. 1 shock, 2 shocks, 3 shocks. Smoke kicks out. And we go for the 1. We go for the 2. Come on. And we go for the 3. The doom cannons are about to go out. So critter pack was important. We go to the 4 and boom. So by the time the doom cannon started aiming towards my troops, I already had taken it, which meant I was a little bit too fast on the shocks. So remember, you can use more than one finger if you are good enough. You put your device on the table and you can try triple or double, triple, or four tap if you are able to do that. And that way you can send all those four shocks at the same time at the location that you have. If you have a bigger device like an iPad or an Android tablet, that's amazing because you can see more of the screen. I have a little device. I have a Nexus 5, Google Nexus 5, so my screen is big, but not big enough that I was able to see. So I had to scroll a little bit to send those shocks and be precise about them. So that's how I took Gearhart War Factory. This is not gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be an easy one for you guys that are medium to medium high level. You're probably gonna have to boost. You want to boost your GBE. You want to boost your damage to make sure that you do as much damage as you can on each of those attacks. So that's all that I have for you today, guys. I'm gonna load later. I'm gonna load later the Dr. T Tropical Island for my Baby Boom Beach account. So if you are looking for that for tomorrow, that should be up in a couple of hours. Remember that account, that Baby Boom Beach account is it's on New Zealand time, and I'm on the East Coast, so I get it as soon as it comes out on the other side of the world. In any case, guys, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. We are at 638 subscribers. That's really amazing. If you can, please click that like button. Please click that subscribe button. It really helps a lot. And in any case, thank you for stopping by, and so is checking out.